bent. Could we even do a wheelie like that? I don't know.
You are watching the Iron Ridge Reserve YouTube channel.
Welcome back to Iron Ridge Reserve. We are getting on to our frame damage Honda Rancher 420. We got the builds we're done with. Those are good and gone, but they're staying here, ready to rip. And now we're on to our Honda Rancher. We're gonna rip this thing apart. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. I got this a couple months ago, rebuilt it, only to find more damage once I put all the proper parts in place. So that led us to today of ripping everything down to the frame and getting this frame repaired. And we're gonna do a couple other things while we're at it. So what we've already done, we've replaced all the damaged plastics. That's where you can really tell if something's wrong. When you start aligning panels, just like on a car and you have frame damage, if things aren't lining up, something's wrong. And that's what we have today, something wrong. We also put a new screen on this thing. This thing was sent darn near to the Titanic, I tell you. When I got it, it was a mess, okay? We put new fluids in it, we relapsed the valves, it was ticking a little bit, and also gave it an alignment. And so that's where we're at right now. But what we need to do, again, fix this frame. And I'll go over when we pull it apart, kind of where it is. I can see some of the damage, and I don't like it. We're gonna do all new fluids in the diff and different things like that, just to once over again. I've probably run this thing about 600 miles already. We're gonna repaint the racks, front and rear. We're gonna bed liner those. We're gonna do new injectors. It seems to me the injector either needs to be cleaned or we need a new injector, just how it's running. It is a 2008 and who knows if it's ever been changed. We also have some of the OEM stickers on the panels. It didn't come with the stickers, so we're gonna go ahead and replace those. And some miscellaneous bolts and bushings that we'll replace. And then we also have a crack in the coolant tank. So I've kind of been periodically refilling it, but when we're doing wheelies on this thing, which you'll see, it ends up spilling out the tank. So we're gonna get all that taken apart. So let's dive in. I'll time lapse taking this thing apart, and then let's get to that frame damage, okay guys? I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to tell you to hit that like and subscribe button. After this is done, we are on to our Lamborghini, what was that? Lamborghini build series, people, okay? We are starting with an epic build. It's on our shorts, I've talked about it there, and on our last video. We are doing an epic build series from 2 wheels up to a twin Turbski Lamborghini Gallardo, people. So hit that subscribe button, follow along, and let me know in the comments and the poll on the channel what builds you want to see. We have some openings and we're going to work some things in from you guys at home on what you want to see for our build series that we're launching after this. So let's get to it. I'll take you with us, and thank you guys so much for all the love and support. So I want to show you what I'm talking about right here. So there's a big gap right here, and you may not be able to see it great on camera, but it's not sitting flush. And so that's one of the things here. It's sitting off. It should be pretty flush on there. And when the plastic was broken, you could see that it was sitting flush because the pressure of the panels wasn't pushing on it. And then another thing right here is this cap. This is kind of a telltale where I was like, okay, we have a problem. This is sitting behind, so we're noticing it's probably maybe an 1/8 to a quarter, maybe 3/8 of an inch pushed back. And it's not sitting flush here, so our cap is rubbing. So you see that? It's rubbing on there. So it's not sitting all the way down, which means it's being pushed back and up, which leads me to believe our front is pushed up and back slightly because it hit something. So it probably needs to go down and to the right a little bit. And here's also the other kind of telltale as I was looking at this. If you look straight here, and you look right there, and this is mostly straight down the line here. So I'm guessing it hit something. The damage was on this panel right here. And you'll see behind here, I pull this up, there's something behind there, which is a big telltale, I believe, from what might have hit something. So this panel, if you see right there, it's pushed to the right a little bit. So I'm thinking it probably got hit and pushed everything up and to the left. So things need to get pulled forward and down slightly, or forward to the left. That's my guess here. But let's take this thing apart, get into it a little bit further, and I'll show you the damage as we go. And this is where you can start to see some of the damage here. So you'll notice, just looking at this, a couple of different things. One, this side is a little bit higher, so it makes you think that it got pushed up like this. So you can kind of just naturally see it, right, with the tilt here. And you can see it on camera, but also in person, it's obvious if I grab a level. And you notice here, this is over about 1/4 of an inch. And that's what you notice up on these plastics. It's about 1/4 inch pushed up here. The bar's about 1/4 inch pushed over here. So it looks like it got pushed up this way. Now here's the issue, whether or not the damage stops here, because you'll see very obviously this piece right here, it should not look like that. And so it looks to me like something rammed into this right here. Maybe they hit a tree, I don't know, but something got hit and pushed it up this way. So I'm hoping we can just replace this one piece or bend it back. It might be easier just with the tools I have to buy a new piece, even cost-wise. And hopefully that fixes all of our problems. If not, and we can't get this bar back, then we have something in these bar supports that we need to go underneath here and also check. So as we're getting into this, let me know, what would you do in this situation with limited tools, different things like that, to fix this damage and inspect it here? So the intent is a little bit different on this. We're really not trying to get it at absolutely 100% in terms of like show quality, OEM or almost OEM. This thing gets used on the farm, so there's no point in like painting the frame, taking it all apart. This thing is 17 years old, 18 years now. So what I want to do is mainly get it about 99% here, looking good, functioning well, and I just can't have the frame and the panels so far off like that. My thought is we get a new one of these bars where a lot of the centralized damage from my end looks, so we have a straight point of reference, and then we can start triangulating, pulling some of this, knowing we have a straight front bar that connects to all the integral pieces. So then we know, okay, maybe it's pushed off here, pull, pull, pull. I think that's a really good solution, to start with something straight that we know that's really gonna mount to almost every single one in this frame, on the top and the bottom. Let me know if you disagree. By no means is this a large project, but for everything, I always just bag and tag everything. It makes putting things back together so much easier, so you're not second guessing yourself. So looking at this here, you may pick it up on camera. These welds, this was repainted not very well at all. And I could tell from when I got it. That's why I wanted to just rhino line this. This side is pretty straight and this side is cocked over pretty good. So what that would end up doing is tilting this over like that, or at least pushing it over. So if I can just heat this up, straighten this back out, this piece we're gonna keep. These are expensive online, especially new. We got all the bolts removed, so let's remove the panels and see what damage lies underneath. Now for the moment of truth. All right, let's see what we got. So what I was doing was taking a quick level on some of these pieces right here, just to see if we're far off at all. And it looks like we're like 1/8 of an inch trying to run the level just a little bit here. But our tread, because this has been used and abused by the previous owner, there's a lot more tread on this side than on this side, like a lot. And so it could have a slight lean just a little bit. I just aired up all the tires. So I'm looking at this, kind of just getting every straight point in the frame. even though I can tell they hit something that's been welded, I think the weld's probably just cracked. They re-welded it and just sprayed it in with kind of a normal matte black, because you can tell there's gloss paint here and matte black, so you can kind of see what's OEM and where they've hid the damage. I think if we put the front frame bar on here, align everything else, I think we should be good. So let's order those parts, get back on this, change all the fluids, do all the other parts, and get this back together, guys. Thank you for all the love and support. On the next video, we'll get hopefully through 2 to 6, get everything wrapped up and have this thing top notch, just looking real nice and mint. So let me know again what you think the best solution is. I think we're on the right track to kind of get everything tidied up. Also again, Lamborghini build series, guys, starting once we wrap this up. Look on the channel on the prior videos and shorts to see what we outlined there. And then we're off, and you guys are gonna lead that. We're gonna be doing lots of polls, Q&As for what you guys wanna see, how you want these builds to be built. So I'm so excited for that. We're 13 subs away from our first giveaway for our Iron Ridge Reserve t-shirt, guys. So hit the like, and you might just get a shirt from me here on the channel as we're starting. Thank you guys so much. Keep forging on.